Hi, welcome. In this video, I'm just about to do a socialization exercise with Conrad. See Conrad over in the crate, and you see my helper, Polly, over here. It just came out a couple minutes ago. And what you want to do, again, when you're doing this type of socialization exercise, is what you need to do. Again, there's a little wall. There's a barrier here, so there's a wall. Okay, there's a partial partition up so that Conrad doesn't have visual of Polly. But here's the point: is that when I brought Polly out here for the first time, right away, Conrad knew that Polly was out here. He could smell Polly. Endorphins kicking off. You can see Conrad here. See, he looks sexually aroused. Okay, when you see that, that's a sign a dog has a high level of need. Endorphins are kicking off like a runner's high, and this is where you really need to be patient. Okay, so this, even starting an exercise like this, where I'm going to be bringing, you'll see it on the video here in a few minutes that I'll post, but I'm actually going to bring Conrad out on the leash, and I've done this prior in other videos with this type of exercise, the beginning stages of this, where using Polly as my helper dog, and I have the leash. I'm just going around in a circle and doing lots of downs, good integrity in terms of these interactions to bring to have it's a fading exercise to have in this case Conrad release control. Okay, not invest in Polly that way. So, but again, here's an example of a situation where you should actually take the extra step. And again, seeing how I was dealing with, Conrad being a pit bull, coming here holding a incredible amount of control, and even where I had to step back in terms of just using the crate as kind of my stepping off point, and just taking my time and going just in a very intentional way, just a few steps outside the crate with good integrity method and back in. Okay, because even getting out here, if you watch the video, being out in this open area here in the training area presented a problem. It set up that type of scenario where it brought me into high conflict. So here's the same type of thing that I am doing right now, is I'm just taking my time. So here, the goal is for Conrad to just cool his jets for a few extra minutes. And so what I'm doing is it begins right as soon as I brought Polly out and put her in the crate, and Conrad was aware Polly was nearby and starting to really get excited, anticipating, right, Polly being out here. And so the fade in part of this, and you can kind of picture this is a great picture of me being in the middle, right, becoming the pivot point, where I'm the hard stop. Okay, and so what was used here to get, and this is an example of, I talked about using the remote collar, okay, specifically in terms of the crate, and Conrad already knows what the remote collar represents in terms of intercepting, okay, that level of investment, that state of mind. And so I use the remote collar to get Conrad to just to calm down, which you can see here. He's just relaxing, okay, which is what you want. Okay, you just want total relaxation before I begin this more of a direct exercise. And so when I use the remote collar, you see the change. You see the demeanor of the dog, where the mind is like jumping over me towards Polly. Okay, keying up on Polly to looking directly at me, and with me saying the down command. And now you see, how I'm speaking the right language through the method of saying, okay, yeah, sure, you might get to meet Polly, okay, but it's going to be through me. And we need to take this extra step to make sure that you understand that, as soon as we get started here, that it begins right now. It begins the moment that you sense Polly's out here. And so we're going to have this understanding And by doing this, I really recommend dog owners take this extra step, because by doing this, it keeps things safe. You're not going to feel so uneasy, and just take your time, just as long as it takes. You know, whether it's a half an hour of just, you know, an awareness that the other dog's out here, especially when you have a reactive dog that's very reactive to other dogs. Work on this type of crate exercise at this level. Just a barrier, a awareness that the other dog's within the area, and make sure you're using the remote collar to fade in. And just using the vibration setting, and it's just meant to annoy the dog, get the dog's attention, say, hey, hold on here a second. And so when you've established that foundation, then it makes it so much easier, because you know, dog's going to start to settle down. So here you're going to see again, you'll see me post a video here in a little bit of, you know, advancing this exercise. But this is part of socialization. This is building the bridge. This is creating that understanding that, hey, I'm in control. You're not going to gain fulfillment that way. You need to just relax. And once you're relaxed to a certain level, then, you know, but again, you know, a point here is, again, just looking at the level of excitability. And you see that, okay, understand what you're dealing with. You're dealing with a dog that has a high level of need. Okay, that so I can just think of it as a runner's high. Endorphins are kicking off, anticipation. Okay, and so you really need to make sure that you're connecting with the dog properly. And this interaction-based system is the way to do that. So, thanks for watching.